What's up, William? What's up? How's it going? Good morning. Alright, so let's clear out these charts from Asian session. On first look here, this is looking really good for sells. I see this structure happen a lot. Bearish, bullish. This should continue bearish. Respect the high here. Break the low. The only problem is we only have, 12, 13 pips to this range here. And then, 76 pips down to that range. But the problem with this is you have to get through this range first. So it might be better to wait and see if we can have candle close below. But let's break this down and just see. So daily yesterday was major bullish. As I was talking about last night in the Asian session video, the Asian session breakdown, we can probably anticipate price to move bearish, have some sort of retracement if it's going to continue to go bullish, or maybe just start to correct this entire move on the daily. So currently bearish, might look like we have some rejection in this area or so. So let's just put a line there for reference. Jump down to the 4 hour. So 4 hour, okay, cool. We can see that we essentially continued bullish from this area. So if we're gonna come down and create some sort of support on 4 hour, it's probably gonna be down here. So we have resistance there on 4 hour. Now if we go to hourly, we can see, okay, cool, we have some sort of support level here. Let's see, actually this level looks a little bit more common right now. You can see rejections here, rejection here, and we rejected it here on the hourly. And then we have some sort of resistance level here. And then we also have one here and there. And then to continue down on hourly, come into this zone, that zone and so on. But let's look at 30-minute here. Yeah, so like I was saying, 30-minute candle structure looks really good for sells. The range, however, this like little area right here, this zone right here is what makes me not feel good about sells. I almost like that below there as another level, and then place a level here as well. We have that. Okay. So just based off of what we're seeing right here, I would really like to see price come up, create a resistance, and then go retest these lows that we have created during London session so far. I think that would be the ideal move to catch this morning on GJ. But like I said, candle structure looks really, really, really good to go bearish, but we only have 14 pips in that range. We have 44 pips in this range, so it's going to make much more sense to look for sells below here. And then 36 pips in that range. So yeah, I'm going to mark this up as sells below, and then we'll do target for sells there, target for sells here, and so on. If we can catch runners all the way through, that would be amazing. But just in this range here. If we can continue down to here, that's 88 pips, so that's amazing. And then at this point, you know, buys would probably be best above here, 169, 200, and, you know, continuing up into here. So this is just kind of like current analysis at this point. You know, this could always change. In fact, it's very likely to change. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for GJ. Like I said, the ideal move that I would really like to see is something like this play out, like resistance created up around this level and then come down. This would give us a really nice, this would give us a really nice range to execute on to test those lows, 65 pips or so. So that would be like the perfect situation in my opinion. Yeah, William, that's something that I see all the time. I see moves like this happen all the time. And to be honest, I mean, like, you know, I could probably just sit around and look for that move to play out every single day and probably catch a move. Catch a profitable trade. So let's look at gold here. So gold. So as I was talking about last night in the Asian session breakdown, you know, gold with this kind of setup here, big strong bearish candle, weak bullish candle. I'm expecting this candle to wick up like it has done and then continue to break the low, fill this wick here at 1640 and continue down. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to come all the way down to 1622 within, you know, the next 24 hours. It just means that, you know, based on this structure, I think that we have clean range to come down here and continue down. So let's look at this. We're obviously getting some sort of rejection here. So let's look at that area on lower time frames, and you know, we'll check this area out too. Okay, cool. So 4-hour support, 4-hour resistance here. 2 hours left in this 4-hour candle. The previous one, no wick at the bottom. So typically this means that there's no range to fill at the bottom. You can see it's wicked down and it's continuing up. It's broken the low and it's continuing up. So it could continue bullish here. But we have to look at H1 to look for more confirmations there. And so we can see that we have a support level here, resistance level there. We also have a resistance level there, and we also have a support level there, and we also have like another little, you know, zone level there. One here. So let's see what this looks like on 30-minute. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, it's the same type of thing here on gold. The only difference between gold and GJ here is, you know, we have past rejection right at this zone, right where it rejected from here. So if it continues bullish and breaks the highs here, it seems very likely for it to continue bullish. But based on this high time frame bias that we have on the daily, it should, you know, probably create a resistance, come down, and retest these lows here, and then continue bearish. So at the moment, same type of analysis as GJ. They will want to look for sells below here. We'll target this area. And then for buys, you know, we'll be looking for buys above 1656. Target for buys, target for buys, and so on. Cool, so this is the analysis so far for the morning. Like I said, this is all just, you know, temporary. You know, this could all change just based on how price moves. We really just have to see how price is going to move. But like I was saying, you know, this candle structure right here is beautiful to continue bearish, but I would really like to see a retrace a little bit higher and then come down and test the lows, because the range to execute based on this candle structure isn't big enough. So got to sit out on that. So could definitely see the bullish retracement before another move down. Yep. The correction after the last bull run is overdue. Yeah, absolutely. I actually was like super surprised to even see, you know, this bull run that we did see, especially on the daily. I mean, we haven't been up in this area 170.045 I think since like February 2016. So pretty insane. When I was looking back at the history, the candlestick history yesterday, it was like trying to fucking make me upgrade for trading views so far back. I was like, piss off. Yeah, we might even start to see rejection here and then come down on gold. See, this is a zone here. We got these wicks here, zone here. So yeah, we might see rejection there. It could continue higher though. We'll just have to wait and see. At this moment, nothing though. Nothing to execute on. Nothing that looks clean in my mind. Have to wait and see. But if you guys are here with me live right now, if you can do me a favor, like the stream, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and then if you know somebody that trades Forex or is interested in trading Forex, please send the stream link to them. That would be amazing. Just one person, that's all I ask. This is free. It doesn't cost any money. That's the only fee that I ask. Oh, we got some action here, and oh wow, somebody took gold buys in the Telegram chat from 1650. Yeah, I think that was pretty bold, but I can see this. I mean, I can see that because, you know, this is a strong support area. Closed with weak wick here, you know, small wick here, rejected pretty hard. You know, it looks like they entered based on 5 minutes, so I can see that. I can see that. Not something I would have done, but you know, Cowboys make money too. Yeah, Lynn, I'm not sure if you're on the stream or not, but I see your message here in Telegram, and yeah, so that's you know, the question is I longed gold at 1650 with TP at 1654, so he's looking to come up to 1654, but I'm kind of worried of the long wick showing seller pressure. Yeah, so like this, you got to keep this in mind. This is a zone right here. This is a rejection zone right here. See rejections, we had a break here, we had rejections, and now we're rejecting it really hard. Rejections, rejections. Yeah, you gotta be careful of 1652. We might see a little range here on gold. See how this 15-minute, yeah, 15 minutes ranging a little bit there on gold. GJ looks like it's starting to create a little bit stronger of a support here on a 15-minute. Yeah, we're in a little bit of a waiting game right now. A little bit of a waiting game. Get some good coffee. Maybe grab a cigar. Oh yeah, gold looks like it's gonna come down. Didn't go high enough to make something to execute on though, I don't think. I have to see how this 30-minute candle closes. See what the news is like today. I don't think we got anything going on. Nah, nothing. Nothing. Whatever this is, but doesn't seem important. Yeah, I am. Razzo. Yeah, I'm Italian. How'd you know by the last name? By my looks? I don't speak it though, man. I can't speak Italian. Sorry. I've been Americanized. Do 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 do. Hope you guys like my tunes, man. Nice chill music. I would like to play some freaking real music, but the damn YouTube's gonna kick my ass if I do that. So we're stuck listening to the free music. Do 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 do. Yeah, 100%. Pips pay rent. 100%. Dude, I love that name too, man. Pips do pay rent. Fuck. Below 1648. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I have marked up here. 1647. 1647.75. So yeah, I mean, exactly what I got marked up here. Because yeah, you're right. I mean, even if gold does close bearish, if it closes strong bearish here, you know, we only have, I think it's like 14 pips or something. Yeah, 13 pips. You know, it's not enough. You know, typically, like, in my opinion, you want a range that's going to be at least, you know, 20 to 30 pips at minimum. Especially with gold. Especially with gold. So I agree, pips pay rent. I agree. You are a smart fella. Smart fella. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Looks like GJ is trying to make that little bearish push there. Yep. As mentioned though, guys, not gonna be good to execute on here. Not enough of a range here. Same thing as gold, only 13, 14 pips. Stop loss would be way too big. 35 pips. That ain't good. So yeah, nothing to execute on. GJ did do this weird ass move here. I wonder what the hell that was. Pips pay rent. Where did you learn to trade? Seems like you trade pure price action. You are right, my friend. Pure price action, zone to zone trading. No crazy voodoo witchcraft shit. But yeah, no, I learned from Raja Banks. That's who I learned from. And still do. Still a student. Always a student. I want to see what the hell caused this. What was this? This was 5 a.m. Dude, that was like... Yeah, that was damn 90 pips. Holy. Holy. What was that? 5 a.m. was about 2 hours ago. Foreign trade and import prices. BOE. The FT reported possible delay to start of I don't even. This is why I don't pay attention to news, cause like this shit don't make no sense, man. What the fuck does this even mean? You know, I should be able to come here, and I should be able to look at like 5 a.m. and it should be like, you know, just like this, high impact. You know, some shit went down. Does look like some Bank of England stuff here. Bank of England. 6 hours, 9 hours. Yeah, Bank of England. The Financial Times report a possible delay to start of quantitative tightening bond. Yeah, so I don't even know what this means. I'm gonna assume that's what this is though. JPY intervention or warning. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about JPY actually. Yeah, 100% pips pay rent, dude. I mean, people got their damn, you know, their trading view charts looking like a freaking fireworks show. You know, I'm like, damn, you know, what the hell? You know, how do you even like understand what's going on? You know, you should be able to tell the story of what's going on, and you know, you just looks like you're celebrating 4th of July, you know, on your charts. Oh, also on USD JPY. Okay, yeah. So I mean, if there's some action like this on USD JPY too, then yeah, probably some JPY. I mean, some JPY news. Another place I like to check for information is Twitter. And I go to Capital Hungry. Jeevan. I don't know if you guys know Jeevan, but this guy's Jesus. I think this is a scammer. This isn't him. Yeah, that's not him. Jesus. We're having some real problems this morning. I feel like this is not him. I thought he had like 20,000 followers. I don't know. Anyways, still copying his tweets. One hour pound losses against the euro. Germany sells 1.78 billion euros. Japan government aims to garner annual 5 trillion yen in consumption. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like there's just a lot of shit going on. A lot of uncertainty in the world, but this move that I was talking about for GJ. Wix, the stop loss is going to be way too big here, though. Way too big of a stop loss. And not enough range to continue. So we're going to have to wait for sells below 167.729, I believe. I think that's going to make a lot more sense for us. Yep. And gold coming down to retest these lows. Sells below 1647, 752, gonna make a lot more sense, I think. Yeah. I got this little area here though. Yeah. It's kind of a small range too. 19 pips. Close enough to 20, I suppose. Get these damn lines out of the way. Sherilyn Chang, new subscriber, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, this definitely looks good to continue down from here. So this actually would be a better entry situation, but you know, before you get to the range is too small. 13 pips, not big enough range. But because, you know, candle closed below, you know, it's giving it a chance to wick up and break the low. The stop loss going to be a little bit better than the 35 plus pip stop loss that it would have been based on this candle. Anybody catch any of the moves though? Had some good moves overnight. Not during my trading times though. Now another thing to think about here is, you know, we obviously have a resistance here that we're, or I mean a support here that we're breaking, but we now have a resistance right here too. So if we come and close above here, we might be able to take a counter trend position to come correct this move. So I'm gonna adjust this. Just kidding, I don't want to move that one. I'll add another one here. So we're starting to create like a little range here. We might be able to look for buys above there. And in this case, we would probably want to target, you know, this area. This is going to be a little bit more safe of a target, where correcting this entire move is going to get a little aggressive. But yeah, we should continue down. Get rid of that line there. You can go break even once it hits that support, if anything, but also waiting here. Yeah, the problem is you just have to, you gotta think about what's the probability that it's going to come down this far. And so that's kind of the reason that I like to trade, you know, like a 20 to 30 pip plus range, is because the probability for price to travel at least 10, 15, 20 pips so you can set at break even is much higher. You know, it's much higher, a much higher chance that you're going to get at least 10 pips in profit, so that that way you give yourself an opportunity to put stop loss at entry and have a risk-free trade there. Because a lot of times what I realize is when you start to try and trade small ranges, you know, price might only go 3 or 4 pips in profit, and you don't even have enough time to, you know, put your stop loss at entry, you know, things like that, before it starts to come back to you. So that's kind of that's the reason I like to trade 30 plus pip ranges, honestly. William, I'm in a GJ long from last Friday. Holy, that's insane. Where the hell, where's the entry? It's gotta be like, damn, freaking 165. Holy. Yeah, exactly. Pips pay rent. Yeah, that sell idea is definitely invalid now, unless we get the sells below 167.757. And so keep in mind that what I had drawn up originally here still could play out. We could see, you know, that counter trend move up and then a retrace down here, you know, to retest the lows created and continue bearish. But yeah, what I would want to see here at this point, some sort of confirmation. Some sort of confirmation to take entries. Huge rejection on the 4-hour though. Hourly is starting to move bullish. You know, 168.289 is a previous high. It looks like it's gonna break that. It's already broken the 30-minute high. 15-minute high is broken. You know, a 15-minute can close above 168.200 or so. Might be able to look for entries, but I think it's probably going to be a lot better to wait for this 30-minute candle to close above 168.123. Yeah. Yeah, especially because it's going to be a counter trend trade at this point. Also, keep in mind the higher time frame bias. So remember, like we were talking about, highs were created, a retrace. We could go retest these highs. And even though, you know, we think this bullish movement should start to have some correction, you know, I hate to say it, but GJ doesn't give a shit about what we think. And we're just going to have to watch price and see if it's going to actually start to retrace that correction while gold's pushing up over here too. Yeah, so we gotta wait. We gotta wait and see what's gonna happen here. Any books that I recommend? What type of books, Daniel? What type? I don't know if you can see this. Oh yeah, you can see that. Yeah, I got a shit ton of books. What type of books though? Personal development. I haven't really read any trading books, to be honest. I think I read one. I think it was called Trading in the Zone. Yeah, this one right here, Think and Grow Rich. Amazing book. Amazing book. One of the OGs. It's on my annual book list, something that I read once a year. This one right here is really good too. Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. This one's honestly a little hard to read. Like, this guy's a fucking wizard. But super interesting. You know, it talks about a lot about your mind, how to change your mindset, things like that. This is actually a really good one too. Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert B. Cialdini or something. This is a really good one. Like, if you're into sales or anything like that, really good one. But yeah, I mean, I got a shit ton of really good ones actually. This one right here, this guy Nick Lavery, this guy's a fucking badass. Objective Secure. Highly recommend this book. This guy's a Navy SEAL. Had his freaking leg amputated, like up above the knee, and still remained to go back into special forces. Still went overseas. He was like a combat diver or some crazy shit. Dude's a straight robot, straight unit. But the book, his story, the book Objective Secure, really good book. Oh shoot. Dang, you're making me fuck up my whole shelf here. But yeah, there's some really good ones. Atomic Habits by James Clear, really good one talking about habits. The Dichotomy of Leadership from Jocko Willink, a really good book if you're in a leadership position in your career. Non-Negotiable by Wes Watson. Wes Watson went to prison for like 10 years, did a 10-year stint, has an amazing story, came out. His business is doing 8 figures a year. He's been out of prison for 4 years. He's crushing it. His story is amazing. Let's see. Oh, How to Make Shit Happen by Sean Whalen. A really, really good one as well. The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. A really good one. How to Build Confidence and Win at Life by Corey Gregory. Amazing one. So yeah, I got a shit ton of book recommendations. I should put a list together or something. I need to figure something out as far as that. People ask me all the time, obviously, because it's right here, but... Try and put my damn shelf back together, Daniel. Come on now. It's all good. Check this out right here. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's a big ass shark tooth. Shark tooth that I found in the river here. Alright. Back to this. Yeah, dang it, I'll put that on my list, on my task list. Who knows when I'll get to it, but, you know, keep in touch with me. You'll see it. Alright, so let's see how this 15 minutes gonna close here. I'm probably not gonna want to take any entries based off of this 15 minute. I'm probably gonna want to see 30-minute close. But we do have the same thing that happened on both sides here. You know, we had a resistance form and we're breaking resistance now. So that means that counter trend buys would make sense. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to adjust this to buys above here. And, you know, there should definitely be a tradable range in here. Target for buys. Yeah, I think it's going to be a very good idea to wait for the 30-minute candle to close here. Discipline. You got to remember the markets aren't going nowhere. It's going to be here, so just got to watch it and see and wait for a move that you're confident to execute on. At this point, you know, there's some ideas that I have, but, you know, I don't think it's going to be smart to execute on those ideas based on 15-minute time frame here. 15-minute time frame is weak confirmation. Weak confirmation. And so is the damn 5-minute. For those of you that trade off of the damn 5-minute, you guys are freaking cowboys for doing that. 30-minute time frame, really good confirmation, and your 30-minute bias should align with your hourly bias, your 4-hourly bias, and your daily bias. And if it doesn't, then you should probably reevaluate your analysis. Yeah, we're gonna wait here. I'm gonna go warm up some coffee here. Just gonna put this right here. Be right back. Do 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 do. Ooh. Alright, by the way, we're gonna be here for probably the next 2 hours and 15 minutes at least. Potentially longer. Definitely gonna be around until New York Stock Exchange open. Gonna talk about anything and everything that we see across gold and JP or gold and GJ during that time. And as always, any entries that I take will be completely broken down and explained prior to taking entries and during and after. So if you're here to learn how to trade Forex, you're in the right spot. Ah, Jesus Christ, man. This Tinder hot. The fuck is this? This person comes and gets me every day. I don't understand. I always report. I always hide user and channel. I don't fucking get it. Okay, GJ is still making this push here. Looks like it's might take off without us here. That's okay though. That's okay. It's okay. You know, I used to get a lot of FOMO about missing moves and stuff. Then I started to realize that the same moves happen every single day. You just have to figure out when to execute on them. But alright, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. We're gonna do a little take 5 here. Hang around. Shahab, what are you waiting? What are you wanting to see on GJ now? 30-minute thrust, a pullback. Yeah, so GJ buys above 168.123 or sells below 167.757. So the only reason I'm not in any type of buys at this point is because the 30-minute candle is still open for 9 more minutes. And if price goes all the way up here in the next 9 minutes, that's okay. It is what it is. That's okay. We'll look for another setup. We'll see if we can catch a continuation, or you know, we'll see if price is gonna correct the move. So that's okay. But that's the only reason I'm not in this trade, is simply for the fact that I'm waiting for 30-minute candle to close, because this is a counter trend move. Could have easily, you know, just entered based off of this 15-minute close. You know, stops would have been 16, 17 pips or so, would already be 16 pips in profit. You know, 20 pips to secure would have been really easy to do based on clean traffic over here. And then the target being, you know, 20 pips or so for target 1. Would have definitely worked out. So I see now that we have missed that move, but that's okay, because there's going to be more to come. More to come. So Shahab, I hope that answered your question, but I'll be right back. All right now. All right. So we got 30-minute candle closing at about 40 seconds or so. Gold seems to be rejecting, this level here. Very strong wick here. GJ seems to have just made the move up to 168, 682. So we're gonna want to, let some candles print here on GJ and see if we can catch something else based on that, because the buys above here made sense on 15-minute, but like I was saying, that's weak confirmation time frame, so I didn't want to execute anything on that. And we can see yeah, so I think if gold breaks the 15-minute high here, stops will be, depending on where the lower wick is, stops will be probably 10, 14, at the greatest is going to be probably 20 pips or so if it respects the low of the 15-minute candle. And then continuing up should push to 1656 or so. So we could potentially see that happen on gold here. And that might be something. Yeah, we might be able to take gold buys here if the high is broken here at 1653 to push up to 1656. But we just have to wait and see. No confirmations for anything here on GJ. But we can get rid of this because I'm back. But if gold starts to break the previous 15-minute low, the trade's going to be invalidated there 100%. And the idea here that if the 15-minute high is broken here on gold, we should continue to break the 30-minute high and then continue bullish from there. We've already broken the hourly high. Looking at like a 13-14 pip stop loss if the high is broken. Looks like it is gonna break. It has broken. I took an entry there. And we're going to be looking to target 1656. Ooh, we're rejecting hard here. Ooh, no, we don't like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna close that. I don't think that was a good trade idea there. Yeah, so this is what I had set up here. I had stop loss below the current 15-minute low, so it was about 13, 14, 15 pips or so. I was looking to target up here. But as it rejected and flipped bearish, I didn't like that, so I just closed the position. Yeah, I think it's minus 12.5 pips, risked 15, like 0.1 pips, I think it was. 15.2, okay, whatever. Yeah, and it's gonna continue. Yeah, I should have just trusted that. I should have just left my stop loss below the previous 15-minute candle. Yep, that's what I should have done. Michael Opoku, analyze DXY. No, but if you feel like sending a chart, I'd be happy to review it. How long have you been trading, man? And how long have you been profitable? So I've been trading since like 2017. And then, I don't know, I've been profitable probably like the last 2 years or so. Igor, close 70%. We'll let the runner run. Yeah, good idea, man. Good idea. Yeah, I'm thinking, you know, stops below the previous 15-minute candle would have made sense. You know, because if it respected the previous 15-minute low and broke the high, it's creating higher highs and higher lows here. It should continue bullish. It makes perfect sense for it to continue bullish based on higher time frames too. It's breaking all the highs. It's breaking 30-minute high, hourly high. Yeah. Yeah, it should continue. Yeah, two things I'm thinking. Number one, stops below the previous 15-minute candle, or should have waited for this 15-minute candle to close and then take entry at the break of the high the next. Daniel, very low volume on gold for the last 2 hours, man. Yeah, 100%. And just based on the time, you know, 7:30, usually pre-New York here. You know, if we start to have some range here, this breakout here, you know, anticipating volume to just carry it through, but a little delayed, a little delayed. It should continue though. I think it should continue, and that's okay. I'm fine with taking a loss. You know, because I got uncomfortable with it as it started to reject super hard there. And, you know, anytime you get uncomfortable with a trade, you got to execute. You can't just, you know, hold it and just hope it goes in your direction. Like, that's a dumbass thing to do. And that's why I started to take action there. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, Tim, I actually I already closed this right here. Gold sells. I was risking 15.2 pips, closed it at minus 12.5 pips. Yeah, I just got uncomfortable with the 15-minute rejection. And I know how gold moves, so anytime you get uncomfortable with something, you got to take action. Could have just closed, 50%, 70%, 90%, something like that. But based on that, the fact that the high was broken, I don't think it should have retraced that hard in that current candle. This 15-minute candle retrace is perfect that it just did, because it's going to go break the high now, and it should continue. So here's where you can give your trade idea a second chance. But you got to consider the time too. We're coming into New York session, New York Open. So you got to consider the time too. Ranny, subscribe to your channel. Ranny, thank you, brother. Thank you. Thanks for the love. Do you ever take trades in the last 15 minutes of the hourly candle? Yeah. Yeah, it really just depends. It just depends on how things are moving, what it looks like, and what the time frame is, so yeah. Yeah, I mean, most things are situational. I mean, you can have your rules, based on when you execute and things like that, but I think most things are situational. Good morning, bro. I remember when you only had 4 viewer last week. Now you got 27. Keep up the good work. Oh yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, the YouTube stream is it's growing here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for liking the stream. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for showing up and hanging out. Hopefully I'm providing some value. Hopefully you're learning some things. I'm in sells for gold because the overall trend is bearish, plus all those candles seem weak to me. Not enough buying pressure to go up, and we're approaching a resistance level. Yeah, I mean, resistance at 1656, the most recent one. You can look at this area to 1654, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, this candle right here closed pretty strong. It closed pretty strong on 30-minute as well. So that's kind of what I was looking at, was this candle right here, this current candle closing above a resistance. And so Then I saw this right here, strong bullish, weak bearish, stronger bullish. And so I think, you know, what would have been the better idea for me to execute on is, because I was waiting on 15-minute, because I was trading on the 15-minute candles, the 15-minute time frames, is to wait for this candle right here to close. And then once that candle closes, if this current candle that's open breaks this high, then that's going to be a good entry to expect the move to continue, because we had bullish, weak bearish, and then we had a strong bullish close. Now we have another bullish candle that's creating a lower wick and breaking the high and continuing. So if something like that played out, I think that would have been the better thing to wait and execute for, just to have more confirmations. But that's kind of the thing, is a lot of times with gold, is price will just fucking rocket launch. So it's really just intuition. You know, you have to take impulse moves based on intuition of what you expect things to do, based on the probability and based on, you know, kind of how the volume was increasing here in gold, based on, you know, the candles getting larger here. And the time, 7:52 a.m. I think it was like 7:45 or so when I opened that trade. So yeah, you know, just kind of anticipating that in New York volume would kick in and carry it through. But as you can see, it's kind of playing around, so it's all good. It's all good. I doubt the BFIs. Oh, wait here. Ed Venus, have you started streaming just because Raja Banks does that? I wouldn't say that. I actually started streaming because Raja Banks does not stream on Tuesday and Thursday. And so I got nothing to do, because I hang out on Raja's stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And so, you know, when Raja's not streaming, I figured, hey, what the heck, you know, I can just stream my trading sessions, and, you know, it can be a good time for everybody. I doubt the BFIs only strat on one set of rules. I'll react into market. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is like you obviously have conditions, you obviously have rules, but, you know, those are all kind of relevant. So you are in his gulag. No, Ed Venus, you are in my gulag. I am in Raja's Slack channel. But yeah, it's okay. You know, the gold idea didn't work out. That's okay. Yesterday was a similar situation, actually, that didn't work out. Yesterday I had a similar gold idea. Let's see, I think it was... What was on 39? Yeah, yesterday this is where I took gold buys right here as this candle broke the high of this candle. And so same type of thing happened. You know, this candle price went up a little bit. It came back to entry. I closed like 90% of the trade right at entry, and then it started to reject lower, and I just closed the full position, and then it freaking rocket launched. I was like, damn. So I'm going to be pissed if that happens again today. But we'll see. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Honestly, probably won't take another trade. Does it cost anything to stay in his Slack? Yeah, you have to be a market fluidity member. You have to buy his course. Yeah, that GJ rejection is pretty nice, actually. It's nice, right? He had a resistance level. That's pretty nice. He could continue down to retest these lows. Yeah, 15 minutes creating lower highs and lower lows now. So yeah, that's good. Good, Igor. Good. Thank you. Yeah, based on this, I mean, I really thought that it would play out. I mean, if you're looking at time frames here, I mean, the daily, has an overall big rejection. Our daily bias was that if it, wicks up, continues bearish and breaks the low, it's going to continue bearish. But 4-hour, had weak wick here, like a little wick. It had already broke the low and was continuing bullish. Hourly was, creating a pattern that I see often, like strong bullish, weak bearish. And then if this could break the high and close strong bullish, that would make perfect sense. And same thing with like 30-minute here. We had kind of like a low created, a resistance, and then that resistance was broken. So I was anticipating that to be corrected there, that move to be corrected there. And then based on 15-minute, we had this strong 15-minute, a weak bearish like doji candle. And then this, this candle here, I was expecting to close strong bullish like it did. But like I said, I think what would have been better is waiting for the high to be broken and taking an entry to go up from there. Maybe filling the 15-minute imbalance. Oh yeah, here on GJ, yeah. Yeah, so now with 15-minute candle closing bearish like that, I mean, if you're still in that position, you definitely want to think about either closing it or reducing risk at this point, 100%. And so just to, think about this, just to reflect on this, if I would have been waiting for this candle to close bullish here and then anticipating the high to be broken here by this candle that closed bearish, then I would have taken the buy entry, anticipating price to continue up. But notice that the high was never broken there. The 15-minute candle high was never broken there. So I could have avoided taking a losing trade if I would have waited for this candle to print and this candle to break the high of this candle. If I would have waited for that to happen, which is typically a confirmation that I like to wait for, then I would have avoided taking a losing trade there. So something to think about there, just things that I'm adding into my journal here. And also, if I would have trailed stop loss based on this candle, so I executed on this one as the high was broken, but I had stop loss based on the current 15-minute low. If I would have placed it based on the current or the previous 15-minute low, it still wouldn't have been, close to it. Well, I mean, it would have came down close to it, obviously, but it's still basically what I'm saying is price is still closing above this resistance support level now. So if my stop loss was down here, it would have been below that resistance or support level. So even though we're kind of printing side by side here, that still would have given me an opportunity for price to continue up, as buys are still valid here because price is holding this level. And you just got to look for, confirmations for entries here. But based on this weak 30-minute candle here, if it breaks a low, it could continue to retrace. And at this point, it's just kind of ranging. It looks like dog shit. Yeah, and it's breaking the 15-minute low now. So, yeah, it's starting to really invalidate buys here. Yep, 30-minute low broken now. So, yeah, I would say buys are definitely invalid here at this point. Hourly is still bullish, so it could still create a support on lower time frames, and that would be this lower wick here for it to continue bullish, but I don't know. It's not looking good for any type of buys at this point. GJ is still completing this kind of like move here. This is another entry situation. This is kind of like what I was anticipating to play out here on gold based on the 15-minute. So this strong bullish, weak bearish, and then strong bullish, same type of thing that's happening here on GJ right now, is what I was anticipating. The problem with this right now in GJ is this is the first 5 minutes of the hourly candle, and it hasn't created lower wicks. It hasn't created lower wicks on the new candle that's opened. So there's not really any, that 15-minute isn't a good enough confirmation at this point. I only trade GJ, it keeps me busy enough. I definitely agree with that, William. I definitely agree with that. I actually have been really disciplined about only trading GJ. And only recently I've started to take positions on gold just because I've been watching it for a long time. And I've been really considering not trading gold. The wins are amazing, but it moves a little bit different than GJ, obviously, so I get a little bit yeah, I've taken 3 gold trades this month. All 3 of them have been losses. Small losses though, I mean, they weren't bad. Yeah, Igor, probably a good idea there. I apologize for that if you were executing based on me. But it's a lesson. As long as you weren't over leveraging or over risking and you took that gold trade, it's okay. You should be fine. And it's a lesson learned. As always, it's either a lesson or a blessing. Yep, Daniel, you are right. Gold has some big moves. Gold has some big moves, but that's the thing. I mean, so like with GJ, I take 2 lot trades. With gold, I take 0.25 lot trades. So I'm pretty much just testing the waters with gold. I've been watching it for a long time. I want to start executing on the moves that I've been seeing and see if it plays out. So you know, exactly to your point, you know, like it is, you know, a little bit of a rocky territory. It's not something that I'm completely familiar with actually trading. It's something I've been watching for shit, probably 2 years now, maybe even longer. But with that being said, you know, I've been watching it, haven't really been executing on it. And so now I'm at that point where, you know, I want to start testing these moves and start taking positions on it and including it into, my trading plan here. So the point of me saying all of that is because I'm in that position, I'm literally taking, you know, a fraction of the typical lot size that I would take, you know. But cool, we got 21 people on here live. We got 204 views. We only have 17 likes. So if we can get that up to 20 likes, that would be amazing. That's the only fee that I ask here. These streams are obviously completely free. I have nothing to sell. I have no courses. I have nothing at all. No dumbass PDFs or guidebooks or anything like that. Just me here sharing my analysis in my Telegram group. And yeah, just hanging out here and taking live trades, and hopefully you guys can learn something from it. So with that said, that's my only fee that I ask is please just show some love to the stream. Please like the stream. Please subscribe to the channel. And turn on post notifications. You know, I post a shit ton of videos. Pretty much anytime somebody asks me a question in regards to trading, I try and turn it into a video so that way it can be leveraged in the future. So, yeah, overall, you know, the main goal here is, you know, when I first started trading Forex, I lost a shit ton of money. I lost over 20 grand the first year trading, but that's like what made me really passionate about trying to figure it out. And this was, you know, back in 2017, 2018 or so. And I was strictly under the mindset of like, damn, you know, if I could have been on the flip side of that, I would have made 20 grand. I got to figure this goddamn thing out, you know? So yeah, that's kind of like where the passion for trading came from. And, you know, I wanted to start doing things like this when I shut down my business back in August, you know, just because number one, I got a lot more time on my hands. And number two, there's a shit ton of money, or there's a shit ton of people that lose a shit ton of money trading. And I was one of them. And I want you guys to learn from my mistakes. I want you guys to, you know, hopefully get an edge, you know, hopefully be able to learn faster than I was. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Still got about an hour and a half left in the stream. Gonna rock this thing open until New York Stock Exchange, so not going anywhere. Just wanted to go on a little rant. William, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Thank you, brother. Now watch this at 11:20 or 8:20 a.m. So in about 10 minutes, this thing's probably gonna fucking rocket launch, or it's gonna retrace. Watch 8:20 a.m. That's what happened yesterday. Which business did you have, if you don't mind? I used to have a marketing agency, and with that marketing agency, I created basically like a coaching company based around the strategies that I used to grow that marketing agency to 7 figures a year. So that's what that was about. Yeah, Pips, comics, comics. But yeah, so I had a marketing agency, grew that company to 6 figures, 0 to 400,000 in the first year without spending a dime on marketing. Ended up scaling it to multiple 7 figures a year, all without spending any money on marketing. And so I turned that into a coaching business, basically teaching coaches, agency owners how to do that for themselves. Did that for the last year or so, and you know, just kind of realized that my real passion here is the markets. You know, I love the markets. I love the fact that you know, it doesn't involve any client meetings, you know, any type of BS. So that's kind of, you know, what made me really want to hone in on this. Plus, I have a huge passion for the markets. So a little bit of the history. John Marcus, thank you for the fiery hearts. They are lovely. It's beautiful. Now we're gonna pin that because it's just great. Gold should go up. The 1 hour close strong bullish. I agree. I agree. Just like I was talking about, man. Just like I was talking about. So another thing to note, you know, if I would have had this stop loss, like I was saying, below the 15-minute here, it would have never been triggered. There's not a single chance. There is not an absolute single chance I would have held that position, though, with this 15-minute close bearish here and then the next one breaking a low. There's not a single chance. So there's a very high probability that I would not have been in this trade based on my previous execution here. But on the flip side, you know, I probably would have executed buys as the high was breaking here because I know what happens in about 8 minutes. And, you know, price is pushing, New York open, the volume's coming in. Yeah. Yep. So it's okay. The beautiful thing about this is the idea played out. The idea that I executed on played out. I took a loss, but that's okay. I'm fine with taking a loss. I had some lessons. My lessons from it is, number one, for my impulse entry, I should have trailed the stop loss based on the previous 15-minute low. So I executed on this 15-minute candle here. I should have trailed my stop loss based on this 15-minute here, but I had it here, and that's why I started to get uncomfortable, because it started to get really close to my stop loss, and I didn't like that. The other thing that I learned here based on my trade for today is I should have waited for this 15-minute candle to close strong bullish, and then I would have been looking for this candle to wick down and break the high and continue bullish, but it never did that. So because it never did that, and if I would have been waiting for that, I would have saved myself from executing on a losing trade. I probably would have missed this move here because it broke the low and it's breaking the high, and it also did that on the 30-minute. The only thing it makes sense to execute on that would have been based on the hourly, because it respected the hourly low and it's breaking the high. It should continue to fill this clean candle here. But you know, had I been waiting for that one thing here, I would have just saved myself a losing trade, and I would have been giving myself another chance to execute on something, because I'm very disciplined about one trade per day. I never want to take more than one trade per day. So Shaquille, you are right, and this would be, you know, yeah, 11 pips or so. So I mean, if you took buys on this, I would set my stop loss to entry. You don't want to risk anything here. Based on that, it's already been 10 pips in profit or so. Stop loss to entry. We got 15-minute candle. It's closing strong bullish, so it should wick down and probably break the high to continue. And that would go alongside of the bias of the higher time frames here. But that's okay, man. That's okay. You know, some people, they get pissed off and they take a loss. It fucks them up emotionally, and I'm not one of them guys. No, I'm not going to let that happen. Yeah, dude, pips pay rent, man. 100%. You know, it's just me and the markets. Me and the markets. No meetings, no pissed off clients, no people trying to yell at me. Just me yelling at the markets. Yeah, so retracing there, retracing a little bit, but notice how it hasn't created any top wick here, so it should, you know, respect the low. Obviously, if you're in this trade, it'd be very hard to hold it, you know, off of that retrace, but you know, it should retrace a little, probably reject off of this area, break the high, and continue up. I could have given my trade a second chance there, and I was really thinking about it, but I am really disciplined about taking one trade per day. And because, like, here's the thing, you know, when you come to the markets and you know that you're risking 1% of your account, it's very easy to accept that if you lose that 1%, it's totally fine, you know, because you know, okay, cool, based on me coming to the markets today, I'm going to risk 1% of my account balance, and I'm gonna take a trade, and if it's a win, I'm gonna be fucking excited, and if it's a loss, I'm gonna learn from that loss. But here's the thing is, if I take another trade, another 1% risk, now I'm risking 2% of my account. You know, why would you want to compound your losses? It's a terrible feeling, you know, it's a terrible feeling. So that's why I'm very disciplined about one trade per day. Who the fuck's this right here? The market cycle still has not met its balance. We keep going round in circles while waiting. But in the meantime, we could always ignore the market's ups and downs and stay fully invested. What the fuck is this? Dang, I got somebody like freaking spamming one of my videos here. Oh man, we are 1 subscriber away from 200 subscribers. We have 199 subscribers. Please, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Please. Wow, that's amazing. I think I had like 170 or 176 or something when I opened up the stream today, man. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. That's all I do it for, is the likes and the subscribers. Just a little ego boost. People like me. I got friends on the internet. Oh man. Man, it's good to see gold play out though. It's good to see my analysis play out based on what I was expecting. You know, didn't really play out based on the exact candle structure of how a candle's printed, but overall buys above here, you know, where I executed would have made sense had I just closed some risk on my position and held it to, you know, it actually already tapped into 1655, but it should come up to 1656 and continue up. Hourly's looking good. I mean, 4 hour obviously has a very big candle here that it could completely take over, and we know gold does those crazy ass moves. So it's been a great day. It's been a great session. I paid 12.5 pips for a lesson today. And like I said, I apologize if you guys took that loss with me. I apologize, but it's good to see this playing out. So it's funny because anytime I take a loss, you know, I'm always excited that I took that loss, because it's like, number one, you learn a lesson. Number two, if the analysis plays out, you know that your analysis was right. You just executed at the wrong time, or, you know, should have waited for another confirmation, or whatever the case might be. But on the flip side, if it, you know, say for example, this thing dropped 100 pips, I would have been like, oh, thank God, you know, I only lost 12.5 pips. I could have lost goddamn 100, you know. so it's kind of funny, you know, like there's always like a positive in really everything if you look for it, if you find it. Yeah, this is great. You guys are great. We got 23 viewers with us live. We got 23 likes. We got 222 total views. I think we crossed 200 subscribers. Man, if you guys help me do that today, wow. I owe you guys something. I owe you guys. Oh, 200. I owe you guys something. I don't know if you can see this, but you guys are great. You guys are great. Can you see that? 200. Wow. Oh, so we have 8:20 a.m. Comics has arrived. Look at GJ is gonna break the high right here. It's gonna continue pushing. No confirmations of buys on GJ though. No, absolutely no confirmations to enter this. Actually, right here, you know, this is like what I should have waited to happen on gold. This is a beautiful example. This right here, this is what I should have waited for on gold, like based on this whole section here. You know, so same type of thing is happening right here. You know, we have a bullish close, a weak bearish close, a bullish candle that broke the high of the previous bearish candle and respected the low of the previous candle, wait for it to close, and now the current candle has created a lower wick respecting the low and it's breaking the high. Should continue to fill that wick up to 168.915, and then, you know, 169, you know, and 169, 168, and so on. So same type of thing. You know, I should have waited for that. Same thing to happen here on gold. Bullish candle, weak bearish close, bullish close. This candle I should have executed on if the high was broken and the low was respected, which didn't happen, and so that's okay. But that would have saved me that losing trade that I was talking about here. And so if we look at this now based on what just happened, we have that same thing. We have the same thing and a successful movement. We have bullish candle, bearish candle, bullish candle. The low is broken here, however, but we broke the high. And I've noticed that if the low is broken in the first half of the candle and the high is broken in the second half of the candle, it's still valid. It still has a high probability to continue bullish. This would have been the candle to execute the trade on. Price created a lower wick, broke the high, and it's going to continue here to 1656 or so. But I don't think that would have made sense just because that resistance is right there. I don't think that's enough range to catch that move on. So, but you know, it's good to see this stuff in the markets. This happens every single day across all time frames, and you know, sometimes even though I know it happens every single day across all time frames, I still execute differently, and it's okay. That's okay. By the way, guys, I have something else to show you here. I also have a Forex Trading with Mike Pogley's Telegram group. This is completely free. Just a community of people. Wow, we got some people that joined today. And yeah, just, you know, people sharing their analysis. There's a whole gang of guys in here that trade London session. I share a lot of my analysis here, some YouTube videos, all that jazz. Just like-minded Forex traders, hanging out with like-minded Forex traders. So the link is in the description. It's MikePogley.club, and you'll be able to hop in that. It's right here. I have nothing to sell you right here. This is it. Forex Telegram chat. So hop in there. Join that if you're not already in it. And this gold move is playing out. Oh wow, you guys are hopping in. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you for joining, everybody. We have 145 members in the Telegram community. That's amazing. The Forex community is amazing. The Forex community is amazing. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Now I apologize if you're in the group because I'm gonna spam it with some welcomes. Boom. Appreciate the love, man. Yeah, William, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny, man. Like, I started all of this, like, I don't know, 2 months ago. The Forex Telegram chat, the YouTube. 2 months ago, I was pretty consistent. Towards the end of August, then I had some things to take care of. I went a little MIA for a little bit. Was still trading and stuff, but just didn't have the time to do the streams and got everything handled. And now we're back, man. But it's been growing. It's super cool. I really enjoy it. I enjoy watching candles print. Honestly, it sounds so ridiculous, but it's really cool to make an analysis on something and watch it play out. It's really fulfilling, really rewarding. And I hope you guys like my tunes here. I don't even know if you guys can hear it. I still have to figure out some things with this whole streaming shit. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I still don't know what any of these damn settings mean, so... Audio input capture, audio output capture. I'm using OBS. I don't know what Streamlabs is though. Can you guys hear the music though? What I'm trying to figure out is this right here. There is some, yeah, I mean, I know you guys can hear me. Let me just make sure when I'm, oh, wait a second here. GJ has closed above this area. I don't know, it's moved bullish very far at this point, so, you know, you probably want to wait for some sort of resistance to form and then break that resistance to continue. But it did close above this level, so you could look for buys at this point. I honestly don't think that's going to be the best idea though, just based on how far prices moved. You know, it's moved from all the way down here, you know, so we might want to see our resistance on 30-minute. This 15-minute one is perfect. Like if we saw this on 30-minute, this would be amazing, especially above 168, 682. That would be amazing, I think. Damn, and there goes gold, man. That's okay. It played out. It played out. The analysis played out. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, you can hear the music, okay? But I think what I'm trying to figure out is how can I control the music volume without having to turn it up like super fucking loud on my laptop or on my computer, because that's what's kind of happening, I think, is you guys are hearing the music through my microphone, not through the screen share, I think. me see. Audio output capture. I guess this would be the real way to tell, is if I mute my microphone. Do you guys still hear? Yeah, see, GJ broke up, but it's rejecting. I don't know, I mean, it probably will continue, but I think it's dangerous just because of how many bullish candles have printed on 30-minute. I think you want to see something like what happened here on 15-minute. Gold, man, that's gonna push, man. Ugh. Sucks to miss a move like that. That's okay. Yeah, see, if I mute myself, then you can't hear the music. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, music gone. Yeah, if I mute myself, then you can't hear the music. So that's what I need to figure out. I think what I gotta do here is I gotta add in Dan. What's up, brother? How's it going? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, William. Another audio thing. I just don't know exactly what it would be. Alright, let me try audio input capture. Gold rejecting now, gold rejecting. That's cool though, tapped into that 1656. William, you better drive home right now and you better tell me how to do this. No, just kidding, man, just kidding. I will I'll maybe follow up with you later on and see if I can figure it out from you or not. If I haven't figured out from you already, or figured it out myself already. Oh, what the hell? Oh man, I broke it. Just kidding, we're back. Yeah, I'll screw around with it later on or something. Not too sure what it is. Dan, how's the week been for you so far? It's been pretty good, man. It's been pretty good. No complaints. I've taken 2 trades this week, both on gold, and they were both losses. Took gold buys over here based on 15-minute candle. Took gold buys right here, retraced a close of position, and then it rocket launched up into my target. And then I took gold buys yesterday based on 30-minute time frame. Right here. Right here. Same thing. Broke the high. I entered. Started a retrace. I was like, oh shit. And I closed. And then it fucking rocket launched. It's all good though. I mean, the analysis are playing out. I just have to put more trust into the candles on gold. As I was talking about earlier, I'm just now starting to execute on gold. I've been watching it for quite some time now. I used to only just trade GJ. Very confident in GJ and how it moves and stuff like that. So, shit. You know, GJ, I'm currently executing 2 lots, 2 lot trades. On gold, I am reducing risk by a shit ton. Damn, I just like lost my voice. I'm reducing risk by a shit ton for gold and only using 0.25 lots. So really just trying to get comfortable with it, getting comfortable with being in the trade. You know, like I said, I've been watching it for a long time, but watching it and executing is completely fucking different. So William, that would be amazing, brother. I would greatly appreciate that if you could let me know later on. Yeah, Dan, just like you said, it's part of the game. Just got to keep going. I mean, the confidence was built on GJ by doing the same exact thing. So just got to do the same thing on gold and we'll be good. And honestly, I don't even really need to trade gold. GJ does his thing. GJ does good enough for me. But man, gold makes some really big fucking moves. And if I can start to learn this pair, how it starts to move, I can start making Lambos and trades. And that'd be pretty cool. That'd be cool. That would be real cool. Do 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 do. Oh wow, they got what's this? I'm fucking with this stream thing. William, I'm really set on trying to figure out that damn audio thing, man. I know it's in here somewhere. This bastards won't tell me. It should be like just a... It should just be like a damn... something right in front of me, like... Dan, have an amazing day, brother. Have an amazing day. Thank you for hopping in for a little bit. Audio. Desktop audio. Oh, wow. Here we go, guys. I found it. Oh, what? It says disabled, but I can't enable it. Look at this. Look at these settings here that I found. I found these settings, audio, desktop audio, but it's, you know, can't do nothing. What? I'm not gonna lie, this OBS thing, this is the most confusing software ever. I couldn't even believe that I figured out how to get the damn thing to show up on YouTube. When I saw it live on YouTube the first time, I was like, holy shit, it worked. It worked. This 15-minute, I mean, this move right here, man, that would have been nice. You know, nice small stop loss, 10 pips stop loss. It went up 14 pips in profit, so, you know, you would have been able to secure some. Yeah, I mean, turns out that GJ move right there would have played out, I think. Would have played out, though. But, like I said, just didn't really seem comfortable with it just because of how the candles were. Oh. That's a lot of bullish movement. Would like to see a resistance and then break. Yeah, William definitely takes some button pressing. See, I'm wondering if yeah, I'm actually just using I just have like this fucking YouTube library thing. It's just like their free music or whatever. So maybe if I put it on that screen. Oh, what the? There we go. I thought I just deleted everything off the chart. I was like, holy. Holy. Yeah, let me try this now. Let me see here. Let me try this now. Let me see here. Let me try this now. Let me see here. Let me try this now. Let me see here. Let me try this now. Let me see here. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Oh man, I'm causing all sorts of trouble on that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we want to do this while I'm not disrupting everybody. Cause that ain't work. Or I was pressing the wrong mute button. Oh yeah, I was. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do some Googling. I'll have to find it on Google or something. But yeah, gold rejecting here now. Let's see this 15-minute. Okay, yeah, 15-minute close below, weak bullish. You know, could go down and retest these lows that were created. And for that, I'd probably wait for the 30-minute candle to close bearish. GJ rejecting a little bit. If it breaks that low there, buys are going to be invalid in my opinion. Oh, 100%. Oh, I think I found it. Shows audio capture. Mac OS screen capture. Let's see, we're gonna try that one. But I realize that is there too. Haha, I think I might have figured this bad boy out now. Oh, wait. Nothing here on price though, nothing here on price. Okay. Yeah, so that's what it is. I think that's what it is, William, is because I'm on a Mac. And so the audio requires Mac OS 13 or newer, and the highest version that my MacBook has is like 12.6 or something. So I don't think that the audio will work based on the screen grab there. Because the other one, the normal window capture doesn't have it. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, there's like no no audio settings for it. So yeah, I think that's what I gotta do is I gotta find, I don't know, fuck it, I'll fucking Google around later on. I'm tired of dealing with this right now on the stream. Oh man, I realized that my my face is gone. Where's me? Oh, there's me. Do 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 do. What's this? Alright, we done playing with the damn streaming software for today, or at least for now while we're on the stream. I will I'll find that. I'll find that. William, and if you yeah, I don't think the window capture has an audio grab. No, it doesn't. And it's weird because any of the audio grab things that I choose, it doesn't give me anything. Doesn't give me anything based on window capture. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you trying to help me out too. And I appreciate everybody that's still on the damn stream while I've been dicking around with the damn streaming software and not paying attention to the charts at all. It is appreciated. The love is appreciated. And let's see. Yeah, exactly. Work in progress. Yeah, another thing I would really like is if I could just play some damn normal music and not like the free music. That would be amazing. But from what I hear, YouTube is not okay with that. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Not that these tunes ain't good or anything, you know. These YouTube tunes are pretty good. Shit. What was this other thing? Yeah, the YouTube cops will come after you. Legit. This other thing you were talking about, Streamlabs. I'm gonna check this out. What's this? Yeah, as you can see, I used to use StreamYard. We used to use that for our podcast, our old podcast. Streamlabs. So this connects to OBS? Oh, or is this the same thing as OBS? It's a software for overlays. Okay, I got you. Oh, I got you. So this is how these people like make those crazy ass yeah, yo. Yeah, I see people like, you know, a lot of streamers like have these like crazy ass overlays. Oh damn, okay, so you could stream it on multiple things. I could put this on like Facebook. Not that my Facebook people would care, and not that I care about Facebook, but yeah, this is kind of cool. I might have to check this out. Oh wait, we just have we got 9 a.m. candles coming in play here. So that means 4-hour candle is closing too. Wow, 4-hour with a strong rejection, man. This thing is screaming buys right now. Based on higher time frames, the buys are looking good. So this is the resistance I was talking about that you would want to see on GJ before taking buys. So if we respect 168,682, if we stay above here and then have a bullish close, you know, for London close, I think we can have a continuation up. And gold, we are closing right at the resistance, just barely above it. Nothing, no confirmations for any type of entries on gold. For GJ, I think a bullish close on 30-minute here will look really good to go up to 169, 168, permitting there's enough range. Permitting there's enough range. Did you catch these buys, William? Did you catch these buys on GJ? I want to check this out later on too. I need to remember that. Put that on my to-do list. Shoo, we passed 300 views today. That's amazing. That's amazing. Now I was waiting to see what we did at 169. Okay, we rejected. Yeah, I think with a bullish close on 30-minute, it would make sense to, you know, continue bullish. But yeah, I definitely agree. You know, you want to wait and see. Maybe a 15-minute close above resistance on GJ can be valid since we have clean range. Yeah, the only problem with 15-minute is low, very low confirmation, so it's going to be a little risky, I think. But yeah, I mean, it depends on how it closes, I think. Geom 049. My thoughts on US 30? I have none. No thoughts on US 30. But if you want to send a chart, brother, you can. All you need to do is you need to come to your chart. You press this camera button right here. You click copy link to chart image. And then once you do that, you paste it into your browser. Don't paste it into YouTube. You copy this little section here. You press copy, and then you send that into the YouTube chat. For some reason, you can't send the full trading view link there. YouTube's not going to allow it. And yeah, but yeah, so we have resistance here and we're breaking the low, so it could start to retrace here. We could start to see some retracement here. you know, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna adjust that to be right there, and then I'm gonna bring in just a normal yellow line here to respect that area, because if anybody new is coming to the stream, they're gonna be like, why would you have buys above 168.689 when there's a resistance at 168.791? So yeah. Oh wait, this actually needs to be like buys above. This one needs to be target for buys. Or wait, this one needs to be basic default. And so on the flip side, we could have a support formed somewhere, and then we could break that support and we could continue bearish. But I honestly probably wouldn't look for sells until that happens, because this is a very weak 30-minute bearish candle, and that could easily turn into a 30-minute bullish candle. So I think sells below here still make the best sense, unless there's a support and resistance created to continue downward. Wow, 203 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. It's amazing. We have 26 viewers at the moment, and we have 24 likes. So if you guys could pay the fee and like the stream, that would be amazing. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I trust you. I'm going to give you some value. And if I don't, hit me up. Tell me that I suck. And maybe I'll like donate a little cash to you or something, in exchange for the time that you wasted on my streams. I was gonna say something else, but I don't think there's anything else. Any sells for me is lower probability. The higher time frames are really bullish. Correct. Yeah, and that's kind of why I had sells originally way the hell down here, because you know, for me, we want some sort of confirmation on the higher time frames that sells are going to be valid, which a wick fill here could definitely be a potential, but I don't think so. I think it's probably going to continue bullish, but we just need to wait for some sort of confirmations that that's going to be the actual case, and it's probably going to happen during London close if we're going to see a continuation of this move. And so on gold here, still kind of the same thing, you know, buys above here were valid. We need a resistance to create, maybe a support somewhere, and then you could go retest these highs. But one thing to note is we have rejections right here and we have rejections right here. And so this could be a very strong 30-minute resistance here. Yeah, it could be a very strong 30-minute resistance. Bots Raw Talent, new subscriber. Bots Raw Talent, thank you so much for subscribing, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bots Raw Talent. Okay, I'm gonna do a little take 5 real quick. I'm gonna do a little take 5. Probably refill my coffee here. And we're going to come back for this New York Stock Exchange open. We're going to see what happens from here. But based on this, nothing. I mean, you know, we have rejection here. This is a weak bearish candle, so no sells as the lows are broken here. At least no confirmations thus far. Same thing on gold here. We obviously had weak bullish close here. We're breaking the lows. Seems to be continuing downward. Who knows where it's going to go to, but we're also kind of like in, you know, a choppy market here on gold, to be honest. GJ looks a little bit cleaner in my opinion as of this current moment. So let's look at this on, yeah, And then let's look at this real quick. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do a take 5 real quick. Hang in there with me. Like I said, I'm gonna refill the coffee. I'm gonna take a little hit of something, and we're gonna come in here and we're gonna check out New York Stock Exchange open. So take 5. We'll be back, as old Pat McAfee would say. All right. Wow. Look at this 30-minute candle on GJ. Wow. This is exactly what I would like to see happen here. So if the 30-minute closes bullish above 168.791, I definitely think we can continue to 169.168. Just got to make sure there's enough range there. Just got to make sure there's enough range at the time. Currently it's about 30 pips or so, but have to wait for candles to close. And so we got about 1 minute left on the 15-minute candle close. But the key one is going to be the 30-minute candle close. Gold also rejecting, this area here, 1654. Well, it's definitely been a good day thus far. If you took a winning trade, congrats to you. If you took a losing trade, figure out how you could have lost less, figure out how you could have not entered the trade, and think about how you could have given your trade idea a second chance if the opportunity was presented. Those are the things I think about myself. Like whenever I take a loss, I'm like, okay, no problem. What could I have done here differently? How could I have lost less? How could I have not entered this trade at all? How could I have given my trade a second opportunity? And so based on my gold trade today, I already explained this a couple of times, but I took my entry right here on the 15-minute as the high was breaking. I had my stops based on a low here. Price started to reject. It didn't quite break the low, but it did reject pretty hard, and I was just like, screw it, I don't like this, I'm gonna close. And I just realized like that wasn't a good trade idea to execute on. And so that was like, how could I have lost less? I could have closed 90% of the position at minus 50% drawdown. Half of my stop loss, closed 90% of the position, closed the remainder as it started to flip bearish, which is pretty much what I did. How could I have not have entered? I could have waited for this candle to close, waited for this one to break the high and continue, which didn't happen, so I wouldn't have entered. And then how could I have given my trade idea a second chance? We saw this candle, it broke the low, and then it came back up and it broke the high, and that's where I could have given it a second chance. Double top chart pattern on GJ on 15 minutes. Maybe here? I don't know. Have to send me a chart or something so I can see what you're seeing. But what I do see here on GJ is I see a damn low is created here, and now I see a resistance has been created here, and now I see a potential for price to come down and test these lows. That's what I do see. So gold will be selling for a while. Maybe you were talking about this double top. Oh yeah, I see. Oh no, I meant on gold. Nope, yeah, I agree here. Double top, typically when you see this happening, this is a very, very, very strong resistance. And so if 30-minute closes strong bearish here, I definitely agree with you, United Army. Sells are going to be looking very promising for gold there. Yes, sir, you are correct. You are correct. But we're definitely gonna have to keep this area in mind. So if sells do come into play, you know, it's not, I don't think it's gonna be enough range. No, it's only 10 pips down to that support level. Another area here, another area here. You know, these ranges aren't very big, so sells are still only really gonna seem valid below 1647 here on gold, unless you want to be a cowboy and try and get that top entry. But I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like being a cowboy. I kind of felt like a cowboy earlier when I was taking that goddamn trade based off of the 15-minute candle here, and that's why I closed, because I was like, Mike, you're being a cowboy right now. You are not a cowboy. Get back in your lane, son. Get back in the lane, son. No news. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, no news. No news. So we got CPI 2 a.m. tonight. That could bring in something for a GBP. Could even cause some ranging until that happens, but really nothing all week this week. We have Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. Not sure if that has brought any, you know, volume in the past, but that could affect gold on Thursday. But really a light week as far as news this week. But yeah, this gold's coming down hard. So is GJ. GJ's coming down hard too. Yeah, that gold's coming down real hard. No top wick here on the 15-minute though, so got to be cautious of this area here, 1653, and then obviously 1652 down here. Like I said, sells on gold really not valid in my opinion until below 1647. GJ, we have a support here on 15-minute, you know, 168 level, so got to be cautious of that. If you want to execute sells on GJ, I'd really look for a 30-minute candle close, strong bearish to go retest these lows down here, which range should definitely be enough for that to play out. Currently it's 37 pips or so that seems pretty good. GJ could be a fake out in 10 minutes, but I really don't like that 4-hour close. Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, anything can happen at this time of day. With the New York Stock Exchange open, if the hourly lows start to be broken, I would assume that it's going to be pretty strong chance, a strong probability that it's going to continue bearish. Yeah, and this 4-hour close goes two ways. You know, like, to me, this really screams buys, because a huge move down and then it ended up closing bullish. The problem is here is we have 3 hours and 38 minutes left in the 4-hour candle. So how much of this wick is going to be filled before it potentially comes up and breaks a high here at 168.997? You know, so that's kind of what you got to think about there on GJ is, you know, there's 3.5 hours left in that 4-hour candle. It could do a deep ass bearish movement and then go break the high and end up closing bullish on the 4-hour, and then close weak bearish on daily, you know, and confirm confirm more for buys based on the higher time frames of GJ. I'm gonna call it in 10 minutes. Not worth it. I'll just come back for Asian. I agree. Pips pay rent. I agree with that. I think that's probably the smartest thing that you can do. I think at this moment we have missed the New York session trades that would be viable. The next opportunity would be London close. You know, London close traditionally brings quite a bit of volume into the market, so you might be able to execute on something there. But if you've already taken a trade today like I have, then I would not take another trade. I would probably say that's going to be the best thing that you can do, is not take another trade. But if you haven't, you know, you could look for a high probability setup here at London close. I see it happen all the time. Do you trade London session ever? No, I'm sleeping at that time. I'm sleeping good as hell during London session. I'm sleeping good as hell during London session, man. But there are a handful of guys here in the Telegram channel that I have that trade London session. So if you trade London session and you're looking for someone to trade a London session with, then you can hop in here, this Telegram channel here, Forex Trading with Mike Pugliese. You can see these guys were, oh, what's this? Yeah, that's this morning. Yeah, you can see these guys catching huge sells on gold during London session today. Looks like attempted gold sells, but stopped at break even. Looks like some gold. Yeah. So yeah, you can hop in here. The link is in the description. MikePugliese.club. And it's right here. This right here is that channel. Okay, cool. Pips pay rent. My apologies. You're already in it. Yeah, hop in with those guys if you want to. Hop in and trade with them guys. It's mostly advisable to trade on 2 trading sessions, hence there's high volatility and also less spreads. Correct, yeah, I guess, yeah. Me personally, I only really like to trade New York session. Asian session sucks, in my opinion. Although we did see some movements last night on Asian session. I was looking at it right about here. At this point, I had put out a video here on the old YouTube. Let's see, well, we got 5 minutes left. This one right here. This video right here. You know, we had GJ sells below 169.014, and so I was looking at this right here. I saw it was closing below, and I said, damn, you know, that would be a really good entry as it breaks the low. 17 pips stop loss. You know, target was down here, 73 pip range or so. But as you can see, it only went down about 20 pips or so. I always secure 90% of the trade at 20 pips, so it would have been a profitable trade for me had I had executed on it. And then my runner would have, you know, stopped at entry there. But that was a good trade there that I was looking at. But just as you can see, like if this was New York session, that volume would have pushed through and this target would have been hit. And instead, you know, it did some boomerang thing and went bullish. And then gold, I don't think anything ended up playing out on gold. I was looking for buys above 1650. I remember we had like candle closing above. Yeah, see, candles were closing above 1650, and it kind of did the same thing. Did like a little fake out before London, where it actually came in and did the move at London open. So that's what I've seen a lot of times with Asian, is like it'll start the move. You'll be able to catch 20 pips or so, and then it'll retrace for the real move during London session. I've seen that happen a lot of times. So but you know, London session just doesn't work out for me. I can't get up at that time. You know, I can't be up at the time. I wake up at 4 a.m. Work out. I come on the charts by 6:30 a.m. and, you know, check out things for a New York session. But look at this GJ move right here. Look at this strong push up. And this is why I said you cannot execute sells based on this 30-minute candle close. First off, there's a resistance right here. Second off, it's a weak ass bearish candle. The high was broken and the low was respected. So it's still creating higher highs and higher lows. Just now it hasn't broken the low and, you know, it's closing bullish. So if it can close bullish above 168.791, I think buys are going to be amazing to fill this wick and then continue up that range if there is enough range available there. But yeah, while we got 2 minutes left, one last time I will do my advertisement to please like the stream, We got 14 viewers on with us live. We got 27 likes, so that's amazing. If you already liked the stream, please don't like it again. I appreciate that. And if you haven't liked the stream, please like it for me. You know, the more people that engage with it or whatever, you know, I can hack the algorithm and reach more people. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. I go live Monday through Friday, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday about 8:15, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time for the remainder of New York session there. So I would love to have you all in every single stream, every single day. That would mean the world for me. But if you have other things to do, I completely respect that. So those are my 2 ads, is like the stream and subscribe to the channel. If you've done both of those, then congrats. You have paid the fee to be on the Forex Trading with Mike Pugliese YouTube live stream. Yeah, just like you said, Pips. Basically a 1-to-1. 15 pips to the wick fill and then 30 up to the range. But you need to see that. I really think you need to see candle close above 168.971. If it closes above 168.689, yeah. See, with this, you know, we could still see a potential, you know, we still could see this candle, you know, close something like this, you know, where it's bullish. Could just break the high and continue up. Seen this happen a lot too. You know, price comes up, starts to create a level of support, and then just continues with volume. So I actually still like buys here. If I hadn't taken a trade already today, I would execute on that. At the break of the high, I would execute on that. You know, stops would be, you know, 15, less than 20 pips. You know, you could even do a 20 pip stop loss just to be safe. And I mean, you got a really nice move there. So I think that should play out. I've seen that. Oh yeah, definitely with this 15-minute. Yeah, I mean, it's exactly that. Price came up, created resistance, created support, and continues up. Calling it a session. See y'all in the next session. Pips pay rent. Thank you so much for hopping on, brother. I really appreciate you and the engagement today. Always good catching up with you, and hope to see you on tomorrow's session. GJ past 10 a.m. isn't worth trading for me. Yeah, I definitely agree. It can be a little rocky, but I have noticed high volume come in for London close multiple times. Typically, if I can't catch a trade during New York session, I can always catch a trade during London close. And that's another reason why I don't trade Asian or London open, because I don't need to. I can always catch a trade in New York session, pre-New York, New York open, or London close, and those are times I'm going to be awake. Siv Shreypov just subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much for subscribing. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that there, because I can't pronounce that name, and I really apologize if I'm butchering the name, but I really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. This is the same type of concept here. I've seen this happen a lot. Price comes up, you know, kind of gives you confirmation that it's going to start coming down, but then we have a strong wick down, break the high, and continue bullish. I've seen this happen a lot of times. And if you think about this, you know, we have like a zone here, and so it makes sense. It's almost like a break and retest. See, that's almost like a break and retest there. So we came up, we broke the zone, and we're retesting it. If we break the high, we can continue bullish. I just trade whenever I'm awake. LOL, my work schedule swaps from days and nights. Yeah, 100%. The only downfall with that, in my opinion, is just like, you know, it sucks to be changing sessions all the time. I've found the most consistency with just being able to trade one session. That's another reason why I don't like to trade London and Asian, is because, you know, I don't always want to do that, and I don't want to, you know, confuse things. And that's what happened to me a lot of times, is I would see things happen in Asian session that or I would see things happen in New York session that would work out for me, and then I would see things happen in Asian session that were very similar to what I was seeing in New York, and it wouldn't play out the same way. And so that started to piss me off, and I was like, all right, no more of this London bullshit, this Asian bullshit. I'm trading New York. But I still post analysis in my channel, in the Telegram channel for Asian session, because I love to take analysis and I love to see how it plays out. So I drew up these two zones here because they're not technically confirmed zones. I mean, they are, you know, but like recently, you know, these are past rejection zones. The reason they're not lines like this is because these are all recent levels. No, it's recent, you know, this was recent earlier, you know, recent. This is past, you know, so, you know, we don't necessarily want to make crazy decisions based on it, but at the same time, we want to keep it in the back of our mind. So we had this rejection zone, and I drew this up because we look at this as a break and a retest, and it could continue bullish here. Same thing happening here on GJ, you know, break and retest bullish here. But good buys will be above 168.791 with the break and close. But like I said, this right here is an amazing trade. I've seen this happen so many times. And you have an amazing stop loss there. An amazing opportunity for 30 pips. If the high is broken. If the high is broken right here, this should continue bullish. No questions asked. I've executed on this trade probably 1,000 times. And I've won probably 80 to 90% of them. Yeah, definitely not ideal. I'd much rather trade New York, just can't because of work. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, that's what it is. You know, it is what it is, William. I wouldn't trip over it. The beautiful thing about what you're doing is you're showing up and you're doing what you can do. And that's all that matters. Doesn't matter about what works for me. It's about what works for you. And as long as you take into account things like, you know, hey, New York session is different than Asian session. So if I'm trading Asian session, then I need to understand that the volume is probably not going to be the same. So I might want confirmations on higher time frames rather than lower time frames. As you can see, this is pushing up. Oh, I love that. I really wanted to execute on that, but I've already taken a trade today. I've already taken a loss today. And I'm not going to risk compounding those losses, but I know this is going to play out. I've seen this happen a zillion times. Beautiful stop loss, less than 15 pips, and a beautiful opportunity for 30 pips here. I know that's going to play out. And so just to keep in mind some things that you want to do here. My biggest thing this year is reducing risk, stopping the bleeding as much as possible. So price is now calling up 5 pips in profit. It did a little surge in profit. If price comes back to the entry, what I would do is I would close 90% of that position. No questions asked. I don't give a shit how confident I am in the move. I hate drawdown. I don't want to see drawdown at all in my account. And so after price has gone up 5 pips in profit, I want that to continue going up. I don't want that to come back to my entry. So I'm going to close 90% right about this point if I was in this trade. Yep, definitely closing 90%. And then I will close, you know, maybe the remainder if it starts to reject below here. Definitely would close the remainder if it starts to flip bearish. If it breaks its own low, it's going to hit stop loss. The whole idea is you're risking 14 pips. Say you're risking 1% on that trade. The idea is to lose less than that 1%. So you need to lose less than your full stop loss. So managing risk is really, really, really important here. And like I said, if I was in this trade, I would only have 10% of the trade running at this point because price went up 5 pips in profit. It's rejected down to the entry and pass, I would have closed 90% at the entry. Now think of that. I closed 90% right at entry. If it goes down and hits my stop loss, I'm losing 90% less than I anticipated. I'm losing 0.1% of my account, which I think is just 0.1% of the account rather than 1%. So those are the things you want to think about, you know, and that's what's made me really profitable. That whole idea there. So last week I took 4 losses and 1 win. The 1 win outweighed all of the losses because of my ability to reduce risk. How would you take profit if it didn't retrace? So it would still be the same way. So about 10 pips in profit. So about 10 pips in profit, which would be almost the wick fill. About 10 pips in profit, I would set my stop loss to break even. Don't secure anything. I wouldn't secure anything. I would set my stop loss to break even. This is basically just giving me a risk-free trade. If it comes back to entry, then oh well, you know, it's a free trade. You know, I pay commissions to the broker and that's it. I don't give a shit. And I still have, you know, risk available on the plate. You know, I still have an opportunity to take another trade because the trade I took ended up as a break-even trade. And, you know, if my analysis starts to play out, I can think about taking, giving it another try. Now, the other thing I would do is 20 pips in profit. When I see 20 pips in profit, I always secure 90% of the trade and then I let the rest run. So in this case, I would secure 90% here at 169.024 and then let the rest run to 169.132. And over time, I've increased that. I used to always set stops at break even at 8 pips in profit. And then at 10 pips in profit, I would secure 90%. But I've started to get more confident in my moves and my positions and executing on things. And so the reason that I started doing that is because I stopped taking dumbass sells like this. I stopped taking dumb trades like this, whereas a weak bearish candle, if this was me in the past, I would have seen this like, okay, cool, a low is created, now we have resistance, perfect, the low's breaking, I'm taking sells, it's coming down. And so this would have given me 10 pips, no questions. You know, it would have given me 10 pips, it would have been a profitable trade. And I made a lot of money on moves like that. I made a lot of profitable trades on moves like that. But the thing that I started to notice is that the bigger move would be something like this, where, you know, price would come up, create a resistance, create a support, and then continue up. And I was just catching some little 10 pip move down. And in reality, I could catch 20 to 30 pips if I would catch the bigger move. You know, so that's what I started to realize. So Shahab, I hope that answered your question about how would I secure profits. Yeah, and so at this point, I would probably be thinking about closing the remainder of the trade if I had it open. Because, you know, 15 minutes going to close in 3 minutes. If 15 minute closes below 168.854, below this resistance right here, then, you know, the trade's going to be invalidated. So that's another, you know, situation of how could I have lost less? How could I have not executed this trade, etc., etc. You know, the thing that you could wait for if you're not in this trade is for price, this 15-minute candle to close above 168.859 and then take an entry as the high is broken on the next candle. That's another, you know, probably a better entry that you could take based on this trade actually working out. I do believe that the low should be respected and it should continue bullish, but at the same time, hope is not a trading strategy. If candles start to move against you and it's doing something that you don't like, you have to start taking proper action based on that. And so reducing risk is the best thing that you can do there, in my opinion. But yeah, so this idea here should play out. I do think so. Like I said, if 15-minute closes above 168.854, there's going to be really strong confirmations for that to play out. For gold here, you know, no sells valid. At the break of the low there, it's only 8 pip range, you know, down, you know, that's only 11 pip range. This is only 16 pip range. You know, this is only 16 pip range. And finally we have, you know, 18 pip, 20 pip range, where you can start to look for some sells, below there, I think. But for that, I would probably wait for maybe a support to form here, break the resistance here, and continue bullish, or I would just not take a trade at all. But I do think this GJ trade is going to play out here. But with that said, it is my time to go. It's my time to move on with the day. If you're in this trade, good luck. I hope it plays out for you. Let me know if it does. As always, thank you for showing up to the streams. Thanks for the support. If you haven't paid the fee is to like the stream and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you haven't turned on post notifications for the YouTube channel, make sure you do that. You're not going to want to miss any videos in the future, any live streams, any analysis I put out, anything like that. And the last thing that you can do here is you can hop into my free Telegram group here. As you can see, oh, William, I think that's you right there. It looks like you got into the GJ buys there. So good luck with that. And if you are not in that group and you want to join, then just go to mikepoglis.club. It's right here, free Forex Telegram chat. So have an amazing Tuesday, and I'll be back for another session tomorrow. Adios, everybody. Have a good one.